Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the amazing, awesome show with the amazing, awesome guys. So welcome back to Off the Shelf. I am the Lapsed Comic Fan, more known as Steve, and this is my cohort in crime.
Lunchbox Warren.
His Batman, Lunchbox Warren. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Feeling my age a bit today, but aside from that, I'm doing pretty good.
Did you wake up 45 today?
Yeah, I was went to go do some work at a storage unit, and my back and sciatic reminded me that I'm 45 when I decided to twist the wrong way, and damn near fell off my feet. But I was able to walk it off some, and now I've taken a bunch of a leave and sat on a heating pad, so I feel better.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, I know all about the sciatica. It sucks. When I was at my last job, the company that I worked for, they were strict about you had to be on here at 8 o'clock because I was one of the people that had to answer the phone and like talk to the military people and like do all these contracts. And I had to be there at that time, dude. I was in so much pain and sitting in that damn chair, dude. It was awful, so awful. So I do know how that feels, but we are continuing in our coverage of DC KO, and I think one of the better books out of this, because a lot of tie-ins, they're not always as good, but a lot of the tie-ins for KO have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have. This one stands out because it's different than the other versus the versus event ones, but yeah, they've all been pretty fun to read.
Yeah, so they've been doing stuff by week, and week 6, which is after DC KO 2, is called the Fight Week, and they have like all the rounds, like round 6, 7, 8, all that stuff. But it's all these versus books, and I'll show you because I'm a loser, and I've bought every tie-in book for this KO event. Yeah, by the end, there's literally going to be like 42 to 45 books, and I will have them because I'm a dork. And yeah, but this one in particular, Dan Mora, the machine that he is, does the art for this, and this is a Joshua Williamson book. So, I mean,
I'm starting to think Dan Mora has like 3 sets of arms.
Yes, probably.
Stand and like 2 heads, and he's just sitting there working on 3 books at the same time.
Like he's that Indian god with all the arms.
Yep.
Like, and he's just drawing all over the place. I mean, the dude's doing so many goddamn books, dude, and on time.
No drop of quality. Like you can look across all the books he's doing right now, and it's all the same level of quality, which is massively impressive on top of everything else.
Right. He's definitely in my top 5 modern artists for sure. And his stuff is fantastic. I wouldn't say that he's like, as good as Fabok, but Fabok he takes forever to do things.
Yeah. Fabok would be, I don't think Fabok could do 4 books on a monthly basis like the way Dan Moore is.
That's true. Oh, why hello to you too.
Hello.
If you're in the chat, you guys are more than welcome to comment, say whatever you want. And yeah, we'll get to your chat as much as we can. It's crazy too because there's so many books right now that are out there because DC is just like flooding the market because the all-in event, I guess you could say, the all-in initiative and the absolute books have been doing very well. So I mean, I can't oh, well, thank you very much. You said this live looks really cool. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And it's like I know it's ridiculous to go out and try to buy every book, but I mean, I've been a DC fan for I don't know how long. I mean, it's been going on.
Well, DC's cooking right now. They have a lot more successful books, marketing or business wise, than their competitor Marvel does right now. Marvel still has its gold, gems, but DC seems to be cooking on all cylinders. Not everything's good, but it's for the most part, they got some really good stuff coming out.
Right. Yeah. Not everything is good by DC. Like, as we'll get to some of those things in the verses. But you know, I mean, I've been reading DC now. It's come up. It's almost like 42 years, man, that I've been reading DC comics. That's crazy. Eric the Guapo, what's up, my man? How are you doing, brother? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a minute. Usually I see you all the time. It's good to see you, man, and I'm glad that you're here. But we're gonna get let's get right into this book, dude. Let's
do it.
Let's just get right into the book because I think I think this book, like you said, it's really cool because you very rarely in a tie-in does something come right out of exactly what you saw.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much what's happening here. Because Batman in DCKO #1 gets stabbed by the Joker through the back, and then all of a sudden we don't know what happened to him. We don't know, no idea what happened to him, where'd he go. And this book explains kind of what's going on with that. So let's get into it, shall we? So here we go, man. KnightFight #1, as you can see, Joshua Williamson, Dan Mora, Triona Farrell, or Farrell, however you say that, does the colors, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and most likely colors.
This is Die to Fight Another Day, Warren. That's how we go. And we get some really cool advertisements. All these year one books. What do you feel about the year one books? Have you checked out any of them?
No, I'll put them. I mean, if they're worth it, I'll definitely put them on the poll list. But I haven't been checking them out. No.
And Eric says that yep, he's been busy with stuff getting the house repaired. House repaired, women work, etc. Well, hey man, you know how I feel about you. You're one of my #1 dudes, so I am glad that you're here. It's funny because the first time me and Eric the Guapo in chat, we didn't agree on anything, but at the end of it, we were like, I kind of like this dude, like, and then we found out we have way more in common than we know.
You just reminded me of Jack Nicholson's Joker. It's like, you're my #1 guy.
Yes, he's my #1 guy. So we get Batman here, and he's talking about Gotham, and there's another crime happening, and like you, Warren, his body has betrayed him. Here's cracking and bones everywhere.
Knees popping, and he's starting to feel the age. And this is all taking place before the KO event.
Before the KO event. So something's going on, and Professor Pig and the Circus of the Strange, they've kidnapped a whole school bus full of kids. So, you know, that can't be good.
No, not at all.
So he gets there and he's like, I should have known his sons. And you could see, you could see Tim here. You could see Jason there. Damien's over here with the kids. And you could see Dick talking or helping a police officer. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Because the circus, as it always is with Professor Pig, is completely burning to the ground. And I don't know if it's just the reflection in the windows, but there could be some other damage there. And basically Batman's saying, his sons are there. And he said, there was a time when I was alone in Gotham, but that was a lifetime ago. Now my family patrols the streets for me. Watching them work, it's impossible not to see myself in each of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Eric asks, are these year one books recent? I am backlogged. My LCS. I have it. Yeah, I believe like this book I think is from last month. This KnightFight 1 or like a month and a half ago. But I believe they were doing like Batman and Robin year 1, and then they were doing a couple of other like I can't remember everything. So don't.
Well, there was a Jason Todd one too, but I don't know if it was part of the year ones, but one that Dustin Nguyen was doing the artwork for. That showed Jason Todd pre-Crowbar. So
yeah, Eric, it's this book is another Dan Mora book, so the art's gonna be awesome as usual. Like, and we're just like, how is he doing this? Like, I can tell you, and we'll go through it at the end, how many books I picked up this month from DC, and they're like Dan Mora is everywhere, and he's doing Transformers with Kurt.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, this guy. So he talks about his sons here, and he talks about Dick Grayson and him being the leader and of you know, his son's in, that he wanted him to be Batman, but since he's been Nightwing, he's carved out a niche for himself and he's led his own life. With Jason, he's worried about his anger, but he also envies him because he's embraced his anger. He talks about Tim, who's the detective, because he's the brains of the team. He's always planning. And then the heart of the team, because Damian, the murderer, he started off as a killer, but has grown to be a healer, because that's you know, that's what you think when you think when you think Damian. Oh man, such a healer, not a whiny little asshole.
When I read that, I'm like, I know I'm behind, but I didn't realize that much has changed for Damian.
He's such a dick, dude.
So have you read that Super Sons graphic novel that they did, the big one? That one is excellent read for anyone. I really wish they wouldn't have aged up Superman's son, because that was a really great arc that they had there. But what's great about this is that Batman is like, each one of his sons is like different aspects of his personality, and they're all better at than him at it. Which
they're more adjusted. Let's say that maybe Jason and Damian have a longer, harder road, but I'd say they're more well adjusted than Bruce is, because Bruce just can't. I guess like when you're the main guy, you know, and you can't get out of your own way as like Bruce always does. It's kind of hard, and this is the whole thing. This is the whole crux of this book. And he says, you know, whenever I see all of them working together, some nights I watch them and wonder, if they're here, does Gotham really need me?
And he's saying it with a smile, like a proud father.
Yes.
Like the general who sees his troops acting without having them over their shoulder, and the almost prideful, happy type kind of moment for him.
Right. And with Eric he says a healer ?
Yeah.
Well, so I can tell you this, like Damian has done a lot of growing, and he's not the depiction that we know him as normally, right? It's very different now, but you know, I mean, it's kind of hard to shake that first few years, especially with the way Morrison had him at the beginning. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to shake that. And in every animated media that we see of him, he's just such a brat. You know? Yeah,
arrogant little prick.
Yes. And Eric says Super Sons was amazing. He loved it. He really liked Superman and the father role. Yes, Superman, I think, is underrated in that aspect of like the slice of life home stories of Superman when it deals with his family are actually very underrated. So if you're behind on any of the stuff, this is a little bit of I guess like they kind of tell you what's going on here. It says the future is gone. Earth will be apocalypse. Darkseid will win. Unless one member of the Justice League can possess the energy to become a god like Darkseid, to become the King Omega. That is humanity's only chance at survival. But to accomplish this, the League must enter a deadly tournament controlled by the heart of Apocalypse. Friends against friends, allies against allies, no mercy. Batman runs along the Justice League into battle as the tournament begins. And we know what happens, but they give you a little recap here. So when Batman got into the tournament, like right from the beginning, he gets stabbed right through the heart. And it's great because there's a little bang flag too. So Joker shot something and it pierced his heart. And Bruce is telling Batman, he's like, remember what he said. You got to do everything you got to do to win. You can't take this as a game. You have to kill everybody. Even though Superman obviously doesn't want to kill, but he has to, because if they win, they'll be able to reshape the universe. So yeah. So you see Batman's little statue here, and it ting, 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 ping, 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 boom, done. So as soon as that happens, we see Batman land in Gotham, but it does not look like his Gotham. It kind of looks like a Japan style Gotham here.
Yeah, almost like a metropolis at night.
Right.
It was so lit up and everything. But yeah, I'll definitely have that Tokyo kind of vibes.
Right. And Batman says it worked. So one of the things in DCKO when they were getting prepared, they had 7 days to prepare. Nope. He asked, Eric the Guapo asked, who won the tournament? I hope it is someone off the wall like Ambush Bug. Nobody won yet. It's still going on. We're only on the second issue of the DCKO event. But if you're here at the end, I'll show you all the books. I've been buying everything. I have a whole stack of Versus books here, which some of them are really good. As tie-ins, I'm very surprised how good some of them are, and some of them are just meh. But
Yeah.
so one of the things that the Justice League was allowed to do, they had 7 days to prepare, and they were allowed to bring a weapon of their choice, anything. And Superman brought these knuckles that had micro suns in them, which is, I just think it's fucking cool as hell. So it can keep him charged up as Superman, but also at the same time, he can punch people with the power of a micro sun. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I wonder if it keeps him powered too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does. It does, because he's used them before, and then he put them in the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, okay.
I forget where he brought them, but it was somewhere that there was either a red sun or like a dark sun or something like that, and he used them so he could stay powered up. So Batman, what he did is he brought apocalyptic armor outfitted with a special boom tomb that would teleport him back home if he became inactive for too long. So it worked, but he didn't think he would be out first round. And he's looking around and he's like, but this is not the Gotham I left behind. He's like, how long was I trapped? Did we win and make Gotham this? Because he's looking around like, this is amazing. Like, this isn't disgustingly, crime ridden and all this stuff. So he calls out to the watchtower and he says, I'm back in Gotham. Report, Mr. Terrific. Do you read? All of a sudden his stuff goes out and boom, there is a R-shaped shuriken taking out Batman's communicator.
Completely impractical for a shuriken.
Oh, for sure. It probably would not fly the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we see a whole bunch of Robins and we're like, what the hell? Like, and they resemble different people too. Like, you know what I mean? Like this looks like Duke here. This looks like Green Arrow. This looks like Speedy. This kind of could be like Dick or someone else. It's kind of crazy. And they're like, it's the Bat who fell. And Bruce is like, what the hell? The Bat who fell? And who are all these Robins? And they're like, take him down. So he starts running and being confused. And one of the Robins says, I'm calling this in. This is Robin 52. So at first I was like, had they gone through that many Robins? Or since there's multiple Robins here, how many Robins are in this Gotham? There has to be a shit ton, right? Yeah.
Which we'll learn later on. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It was like, how many, like, who created this army of Robins?
Right. And he says, we have an illegal Batman sighting. We need backup. Batman's monologue. He's like, they're trained well, but not by him. He recognizes their style. He says, they're leading him somewhere. They're not necessarily trying to take him down. He's like, so I'm going to let them lead me wherever because I need answers.
Yeah.
And he's like, something is off here. He's like, but at least my suspicions of who trained them, I am correct. And we get Dick Grayson, Batman.
Which I love the incorporation of the Nightwing emblem in his chest.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's a really cool look for Dick
It's
Grayson.
really cool, man.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, Eric, hi, Emily. How are you doing? Emily's here. Emily, have you hit 1,000 subscribers yet? I'm hoping you have. And here's the charge to 1,500. I know you'll get there.
Heck yeah. That's
so
awesome, Emily.
So not necessarily Eric's asked a Robin from each universe. No, they'll explain here. So when Batman used the armor to go back home, boom tube home, it took him somewhere else. We just don't know where that is yet.
Yeah.
But this
It does kind of hint to where it does kind of hint to what's going on, but it's hasn't full out said it.
Mhm. So this universe is a place where Dick Grayson is Batman, and there's multiple Robins, and he'll kind of explain here what happened to that world's Bruce Batman and why they're after him.
Yeah.
So Dick comes out. He says, "I warned you, Bruce. If you return, there would be war." And our Bruce is like, "Dick." He's like, "You good? You remember my name?" He's like, "How long ago did we defeat Darkseid? Who won the tournament?" He's like, "Darkseid tournament?" He's like, "What the hell are you talking about? You know what you did." So he kind of explains that basically that this universe's Bruce would not let anybody else become Batman. He went into the Lazarus pit and went all crazy, and the Lazarus pit drove him crazy. Dick tried to help him. He rejected him. And he's like, it drove him crazy, just like it did Raish, Talia, Jason, and Selena. And Bruce is like, Selena? Like, what?
Yeah.
And so Nightwing, Batwing, Dickman. Eric says Dickman. So yes, so that's what we're calling him. This is Dickman. So Dickman like shoots a thing, ties him up, and he says, whatever Darkseid tournament you're talking about is all in your head. He's like, let me show you what is real. So he stands out. Awesome Batman pose, by the way.
Oh, yes,
says,
beautiful.
What I made while you were gone. So this splash page is beautiful. So he's got the Bat Tower, right? And he says, I realized why not let others others help in the same way. Let anyone who wanted to be a Robin be one. I built a team with the Titans, so I took that idea and leveled it up. We take people in from all over. I used the training you gave me and shared it with the world. So he created a support system that grew outside of Gotham in a way you never could. So we see like Cyborg doing something here. We see Starfire, and I can't see
Arsenal?
I'm not sure. It could be one of the Troys. I'm not sure, but yeah, Arsenal / Speedy is here training what looks like people in target practice. There's Beast Boy here, or a version of Beast Boy. He says now Robin Inc., kind of like Batman Incorporated.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read it too. Is like the Batman Inc. storyline.
Yes. Has Robins in every major city in the world, run by Babs. So it's run by Barbara, Cassie, Duke, Steph. Our numbers grow every day. And they have like a magic manipulation place. He's like, the world is far from safe. He's like, but your mission continues. And this is where it gets really interesting. Like Dick takes off his cowl, and he's got gray hair.
Yeah, so this is definitely like later in life, Dick. This is quite in the future from when we first started.
Yeah. So Dick says, you were always too much of a control freak. Didn't like to share. So I did what you couldn't. I trusted others. So he said, let your legacy continue with me. And this is where Batman kind of sets what he's always said, right after Black Mirror, whenever Dick did become Batman, he's like, this is not you. It's like, not me. Do you even hear yourself anymore, Bruce? He's like, this is not what I wanted for you. He's like, I didn't want you to continue the burden, what I had. He's like, you create your own identity. I wanted you to keep that. So whatever happened with this Dick and this Bruce, Dick does not trust anything he says. Like nothing. He's just basically saying that's a lie. You didn't want us to take the burden from you because you refused to give up being Batman. And he's like, maybe
he still cares though for Bruce. Like when he's showing him what I did, what he's done with his legacy. So there, he's still trying to reason with this Bruce, but even though it's not the Bruce from his world or whatever.
Right, exactly. And he says, he goes, because you know that without it, you're nothing, Bruce. And he goes, this is a great line. He's like, maybe that's true, but I have to ask, you've built all of this. You did. And yet you still have Robins. would you let any of them become Batman? I was like, oh shit, dude. Oh, God damn it. It's true though.
It
Because
is.
it's like if you're gonna use that term, that with him, where if you have all this technology, I'm pretty sure you could have easily found out that this isn't the same Bruce.
Yeah.
And like, where's Clark in all of this? I don't know. Who knows?
Well, that's why I don't think this is an alternate universe. I think this is an illusion created to test Batman.
I mean, it could be.
It parallels off what he, because at the beginning he's like proud of his boys and where they're at. Then this is like a twisted image of the leader Nightwing. And then, so I was wondering if this is just all a test from the Apocalypse Heart.
Could be. I mean, it could be. The only thing is it would be weird if they were like trying to do that with Batman. I think that he is traveling to different universes. That's my opinion, because you would have, if Superman or Batman is on the board in this tournament, you have a huge choice on who you have to make to win, because once you take Batman off the table, we know Superman's going to win the tournament if someone does from the hero side, right? But how does that happen if Batman's still around?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. And our Batman says, this isn't right. And I need to find out why. He's like, I know that look, Bruce, stand down. He's like, did you forget who trained you? And they have a fight. So I don't know. Do you want to take over from here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is a beautiful, not only artistically beautiful, but during the internal monologue of Batman, he's talking about how when he's trained, his focus, he takes thought behind all his moves, and he's talked about how Dick is just pure instinct and grace. Like, he even admits here that Dick was born to be Batman or to be the hero. So he's not surprised by Dick winning this fight, and it played into it here. And then we here at the bottom we see, you're out of breath yet, old man. You asked me to stand down, but if you're really Dick Grayson, that's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out so now it's Batman's kind of plea. Let's find out together what's going on. And then Dick removes the cape and smacks him in the head with one of his billy club sticks.
Yeah, and Eric asks, how old is Dick? He has gray hair. Must be. We don't know exactly how old he is. So what had happened, like we said, whenever they got to the tournament, even before anything started, Joker ran up behind Bruce and shot him through the back, and whatever he shot him with, the knife thing or whatever, came through his chest and killed him. So as soon as his little avatar statue busted, he was supposed to go back to Gotham, because the weapon he was allowed to bring, he brought that armor that had a boom tube in it. And for some reason, it brought him to this universe, or whatever this is. Maybe it's the future. Maybe it's something that we don't know. But I'm thinking it has to be a different universe, just because the stuff that Batman did, because anything that happened, right, would have had to take place after the tournament. Anything Bruce did.
Yeah, and this is like a universe that the tournament never happened.
Correct.
Dick didn't even know what he was talking about. So it's not like this is the future of the current universe. So whether this is an alternate universe or an illusion,
right, or an illusion
by the Apocalypse Heart as some kind of test for Batman, like he's on some kind of separate journey because he was smart enough to escape, or whatever the reason may be. We're not quite 100% sure yet.
Right. It's right from the first page, like when he got transported to this Gotham, that's as much as we know. So, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So then he hits Batman down, and then on the next page here, we've got, he yells out, I'm a better Batman than you, because he trusts people. He doesn't lead with fear. And then Batman's eternal monologue is like, he held back. He didn't want to hurt him. And now Dick is again showing that he has he cares. He still loves his dad. He's like, listen, I'm going to throw you an Arkham and throw away the key. We have to end this. You're not Batman anymore. He's still kind of pleading for him to. Maybe Dick is right. Maybe my time is up. And you did it. Gotham doesn't need you. You can stop obsessing now. And I'm too blind to see it's his turn. He did something I couldn't. The mother box in the armor starts pinging. It's a signal, receiving a signal from the heart of Apocalypse. And see, so then I know, I think I know what's happening here, Dick. What happened to the tournament, what I have to do. Please, for you, for me, don't do this. Just stop. And he's like, fight me, damn it. And then he's like, haven't you done enough? If you're Batman, where's Jason, Tim, and Damian? Where are your brothers? And then Dick grabs him. It's like, don't you remember? You let your fear of us replacing you drive you insane. Long before you went into the Lazarus pit, you said there could be only one Batman. And there could be only one you. They're not here. And then we get the big, because you killed them.
Yep.
And we get to see the memorial statues.
So awesome first book. I think awesome first book. And you could be right. You might be right, Warren. It could be because he's still getting the ping from the Apocalypse. He's still getting from the heart of Apocalypse, which we know is the crux of the whole DCKO event.
Well, it could be both. It could be the heart testing him by setting him to multiple other alternate universes where this stuff, where it's testing like his fears, maybe. Because at the beginning, it was like he's proud of the leader, the survivor, the detective, and then so it'll be interesting with the next one. We're seeing like, is he gonna, what's gonna happen with the fight? Where is he gonna end up next? And then as it progresses on, because it's almost like different than all the other ones. Like the Wonder Woman Lobo was essentially just a fight. This one is like really about him on a separate journey. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes for him.
So Eric asks, is the DCKO event where they merge? No. So the universes are not merged. Now, from what we know, that yes, Superman has gone to the Absolute Universe. He fought the Legion of Superheroes because in that universe, Darkseid uses the Legion of Superheroes as his like bad guys, his like horsemen. We have seen that in KO that Darkseid does have the Absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman on the board, but they haven't merged yet. I'm thinking they're definitely going to meet up, but from what Scott Snyder said is this is like just the prelude event. There's going to be a massive event at some point in time down the road where they do fully go at it and stuff is going to happen. So this might be them finding out about it type of thing. That's what I'm thinking. Because a lot of the heroes that we see are off the board already, so it would be another Superman type deal. Unless, like you said, Batman is actually still there. It's just a test from the heart of Apocalypse. So it could be Batman and Superman find out about the other ones. Because the newest one, Absolute Wonder Woman, is the first time that those even cross over. Like they showed Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman on the new Absolute Wonder Woman cover.
Yeah.
So they haven't even really met each other yet. So I'm hoping that they kind of take their time, which they have been. In terms of comic book, take your time.
Well,
I'm wondering, like a year and a half. So
are we going to even get like Absolute Batman number 18 is tied into the KO event, or are they just going to show up in the KO event and it's not going to be shown in the Absolute books?
I don't know, because I can't. There's a interview on Comic Pop. If you look at like Comic Pop, Scott Snyder, you might see the most recent one. He kind of talks about a lot of that. So I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. So, but that was Batman KnightFight. in this Batman Night Fight #1. There's going to be 4 of these, which I think is very interesting because the 4th one comes out before the 5th and final KO issue.
Yeah, and the 4 represent the 4 sons.
Yes,
could be too. So
next is probably something with Jason, then then Tim, then Damian.
Yeah,
be interesting.
The last cover looks really, really interesting.
The last cover looks really cool.
Yeah, the last cover for the Night Fight events looks very interesting. So it's going to be cool when all these round up.
Yeah. So I give this a 4 out of 5 for sure. I love this book, and I will continue reading it, and we'll be covering all 4 of these as they come out, and we'll be covering all the DCKO event, and we'll be covering probably in one show we'll do all the versus books. Like we'll just talk about all the fights that happened and where, because that'd be too much to cover,
Yeah. And plus too, not all the versus books have like these compelling, dissections of the character stories, like what we're getting kind of with Night Fight and with the current ones. Like the Superman really is kind of the crutch of all this KO. So it's gonna but yeah, like the Lobo and Wonder Woman one is just essentially just them fighting, which is cool, but it's not like a dissection of Diana's character or anything along those lines.
Right. The closest one we get to anything real deep is the Superman Captain Atom one. That one's pretty freaking, I would say, it's deep for a tie-in book. I didn't expect it to be that. I'll say that. I just did not expect that. So we're gonna do our segment right now of what did you get, Warren? What did you get this past week? Did you pick up anything, or you want me to go first?
You could. Well, I did. I'm going to the shop this Wednesday, but right now in the mail on the way is I have all of the Transformers 2 through 4 of the graphic novels that have come out, which I believe is the entire Daniel Warren Johnson run. So I'm excited to get those.
We got Itch.
Hey, what's up, Ixthith? Ixthith, the artist, colorist. He's a comic book creator himself. Really cool guy.
What is up, my friend? How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I can't pronounce things. I'd have to put my glasses on.
We used to call him Itchy 5.
You don't want to see that. You don't want to see me with glasses on, trust me. So I'll show. These are all the versus books that are out right now. So I'll just show them one at a time. So there's the Superman versus Captain Atom, which I thought was an excellent book.
Yeah.
We got Wonder Woman versus Lobo, which I thought was a really fun book.
Yep.
Now it's not
fragging good time.
It's not Lobo like what we just did for the Christmas special.
No, this is back to PG-13 Lobo.
Yeah, so we got Harley Quinn versus Zatanna.
Oh, okay.
And this was in the regular Aquaman run, but this is Aquaman number 12. This is a Jeremy Adams book, but this was a tie-in, so it was Aquaman versus Hawkman.
Okay, nice.
And I believe this is Titans number 30. This is an interesting one. This is Cyborg versus Swamp Thing.
Ooh, that's interesting. Nature versus electronics.
Yes. He says, Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers is such a thrill. I would need a break from reading because there was so much intense action with twists. Yeah, I read that whole thing in like a day up until Kirkman took over with Dan Mora. I like Daniel Warren Johnson. I like him. I lost some respect for him after he wrote that absolute Batman trash that he wrote, that fucking stupid ass book that was just garbage and had nothing to do with absolute Batman. So I was like, dude, whatever, man.
Yeah, it was a massive book to show how he got the heavy loader dump truck, essentially.
It was basically here's him versus the KKK and white
Yeah.
supremacists. So it was just stupid. It was just dumb. But oh yeah, Hawkman versus Aquaman is a fun book. Here's a really good one. This one just came out this past Wednesday. This is Red Hood versus the Joker.
Yeah, that's one I want to read too.
And then we get in the newest Superman number 33 issue, we get Lex Luthor versus the Demon Etrigan.
Oh, that's interesting too.
Yes. And then we have on the Flash.
Lex Luthor crazy with all his rhyming.
The Flash number 28, we got the Flash versus Guy Gardner Green Lantern.
Oh, nice.
And look at that. Yeah. So this is that. Those are the versus books that are out right now. So, you know, if you can't, you know, get the ones that you want, you can go look online. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them so far. Don't be like me and buy everything because you're a nerd. The other stuff that I bought this week that actually just came today. This is from, I think, this past Wednesday's books. This is Justice League Unlimited number 14. Another tie-in. They're doing this thing with the Terrific 10. It's like all these different Superman and all these different other versions of characters came through the portal and they can't get back right now. So Mr. Terrific is rounding up as much as he can that isn't in the tournament to help with what's going on because all these villains are just doing crazy shit. And one of my favorite books right now got Absolute Superman number 14. This book got so good, man. I love the Ra's al Ghul stuff in here. And then we got Absolute Wonder Woman number 15.
Yeah, I'll be picking those up on Wednesday.
And then one of my favorite Absolute books, which I think a lot of people were surprised because they didn't know it got a run of 6. And they were like, if it sells well, we'll do more. And I don't think they expected it to sell as well as they did. Because, I mean, it would get in the top 5 in the ICV charts is Absolute Martian Manhunter. This is number 7. This is the newest issue. They took a couple-month break. That was what, Captain Atom? Is that what you're talking about, Eric? Captain Atom was the Captain Atom versus Superman. Right here. It was Captain Atom versus Superman. Oh, Warren, here's a question for you, man, that he has. You can answer this while I show off these books.
Okay. Thanks for the shout out, Warren. How's your health journey coming along and what changes have you noticed, big or small? Health journey's going good. I've stayed off the pot for 29 days now, and the diet is giving me a lot more energy. The one thing I thought I was very productive, even though I smoked weed, but I didn't realize how much more productive I could be until after I quit and got over it. And now I realized how much it was kind of slowing me down. So that was one of the biggest changes I noticed so far. Yeah, but just being on the diet helps out with the energy. The first 9 days was rough, but now it's going pretty good.
That's awesome. That's great. So I got 2 more DC books and then some Marvel books, which I'm happy with this. And we got issue number 5 of Immortal Legend Batman.
Okay,
which
nice.
I love this book. I love this book. Oh, that was Necron, Eric. That was Necron. Or Neron, however you say it. Let's see. Neron. Sorry, Neron.
From the read, yeah. He does kind of.
All right. And then I got, which I think is one of the most underrated runs right now. No, Neron. Sorry, not Necron. It was Neron. Neron. Sorry, I just read it wrong. Like, here, I'll put these on, but as soon as I look at the camera, it's going to be like I have lights for eyes. But, see?
Oh.
Then we got one of the most underrated runs, in my opinion, right now is Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern, which I think has been great all the way through. So there's that. And then the Marvel books that I picked up, I read the whole the Doom 9-book event. Oh, God. That was crazy. And then it spawned off to The Will of Doom, which I think this cover is fantastic.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And I got the Spider-Man 94 number 4.
Okay, nice.
And as always, because I'm a giant nerd and I buy this no matter what, Amazing Spider-Man number 18, which has not been that great. They've had like 2 really good issues. And so I picked up Robert Kirkman and David Finch's Skinbreaker number 4.
And that one's pretty good.
Okay, so I've only read the first issue. I gotta go and read some more. But I can't really judge it off of the first issue, to be honest. I gotta read like at least 2 or 3 of them. I will let you know for sure how much I like it the next show we do. But I've been so engrossed with reading all these DC tie-ins and all that stuff. I've really let like my Marvel stuff go to the wayside, to be honest. And yeah, so that's what I picked up this week. Now, Wednesday, I got a whole, like, there's not really much this Wednesday coming out. So I'll get, the stuff that I normally get. Very much looking forward. I think it's in a couple weeks for Rook Exodus number 10. Number 9 was fucking awesome. It was great. Look at that. Look who we got in the chat.
What do you know?
Oh, boy. It's the L-Man himself. My goodness.
L-Machine.
I mean, here's the thing. When you have MSK in your chat, right, there's only a few things that you can do. And one of them is show the new MSK merchandise.
Oh,
and
yes.
If you know MSK, there will be shirts. And we have, from Warren himself, the MSK and Jim shirt. And I'm getting these made, everyone.
It's the top couple of 2025.
I know, dude. You can't. This is the power couple that you cannot break up. I mean, he's got love dust right here. This is a sword that's oddly shaped like a penis. There's so much stuff going on here, and Jim is happy as he could be, And MSK, come on. I mean, look at him. Look how happy he is.
He is. He's just a happy guy.
Just look how happy he is. And he said, MSK says, mega gay. Well, that is what happens when you're dating a man and you're a man. So, I mean,
those shirts will be available soon.
Yes. Well, at least me and Warren will be wearing them. Yeah, that is Garrick says it's that MSK and his wife. Yes, his wife.
Yes, Jim the Centaur.
Yes. So our next review, Warren, will be for DCKO number 2. And then we will do KnightFight number 2. And then after that, we're going to do a huge mega show with all the Versus books.
Yeah, big roundup of all of those kind of summarized for everybody.
Yes. He says this is quite majestic. It is. Yeah, it is.
I really captured the essence of their love, I feel.
There's much essence. The love dust helps tremendously.
Oh yeah. That was your suggestion, by the way. It was very good.
Well, you know, I mean, you had everything. It was perfect. And then the coloring, I just used MS Paint. So, because you know me, I can't stay within the lines. That ain't happening. I'm about as steady as freaking somebody on a treadmill. But yeah, it's we'll be doing that, and then after that, after we catch up on everything, are something that me and Warren really like, and I think it's a more of Warren's suggestion. What are we going to be reviewing after all of that, Warren?
It'll be the Wolverine and Spider-Man Carrie Andrews series that's going on right now, which is really should be the one of the most talked about things that Marvel's putting out, aside from maybe Ultimate Spider-Man. It is just 90s beautiful goodness art. Carrie Andrews is like tapping into his Todd McFarlane sides with, and it's just insane. It's just beautiful. So we'll be definitely going over that one, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'd say outside of like Ultimate Spider-Man, it's the best Spider-Man book. I mean, that Spider-Man Torn is pretty good, but nowhere near as good as Spider-Man Wolverine. It's not even.
It's like, one of the only Wolverine spin-off books they did recently that I stayed with. Like, I even fell out of the Capullo one. I didn't finish that one, but this one Revenge? I've been sticking with every single week or every month.
Well, I mean, if they make a trade for Revenge, or if it's already out, I would just pick it up just because it's Hickman, you know, and it does have a pretty crazy ending.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the trade for that one because I love Capullo art, and I've been becoming a huge fan of Hickman writing. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of, we were talking yesterday, and you started the Hickman Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I don't know how far you got into it, but
I got through most of the first volume of the first graphic novel. Really well done, and a great version of Reed. Hickman
he can write Reed amazing.
Oh yeah, Hickman really gets Reed and the struggle that his genius kind of represents. And it was really good.
Yeah. And we see MSK with his amazing comments of knowing things. Hickman write more like Hackman writing. Gene Hackman does not write comics, and I get your thing of calling him a hack, but that just shows your gymnast is showing. So showing just a little bit. But yeah, dude, that book, that whole series, man, the Hickman Fantastic Four is fucking incredible.
Oh,
and
that
going into the Avengers is really good. You're gonna like it a lot. And I can tell you this, where you think the Hickman Fantastic Four is going is not where it's going.
Yeah.
You will be, yet by the end of it, you're just gonna be like, what? Like,
what?
And he writes the best Reed Richards, I think. He writes the best.
I really liked his Reed Richards. It was the tortured genius that he puts into it that you got to see just a smidge of in the movie, the First Steps movie. But this really delves into it quite a bit.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll be giving updates on that as we go along. And MSK is just trying to flood the comments because he has nothing else to do.
Well, it all works for the algorithm, so it's more.
Don't give him any more guys to cheat on Jim with. He doesn't need algorithm, you know. So, but
that might be the next shirt.
It's like torn between two guys. What's that? Remember the old like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan? The Mega Powers explode, Miss Elizabeth in the middle.
Yep,
it's MSK in the middle.
His heart's torn between two loves.
Yes. But yeah, we'll review DCKO number 2 next. Go through all that stuff, and we'll have fun. But Warren, thank you, man, and I'll let you go because I know you're probably hurting, and you know, probably just want to go read comic books and have a good day.
Yeah, just catch me on my draw stream tomorrow, and I'll be putting out another review video on Saturday. This time around, I'm reviewing Girl with the Mega Fist by Tyler Carpenter, which can be found on Global Comics. So keep an eye out for that, as well as my draw stream tomorrow.
Awesome. And thank you, everybody in the chat. And if you haven't, like and subscribe. You can subscribe to Warren's channel and my channel. This will always be on both of our channels. We might make an off-the-shelf channel, but for right now, we're just trying to get Warren's channel up and going because he does make content pretty much every day. And he's an awesome dude. So, you know.
Well, same to you, sir.
I don't make content every day.
Well, you're still an awesome dude, though.
I'm up there with the pantheon of people. Let's just say that. I am a person of all time. So, all right, guys. Have a good night. Peace.